Yeah, good evening. Let's start the session. Yeah, in the previous session, we have seen what is licenses and basic understanding the document which you can download. It is like PDF document, which is provided by the Microsoft. This document will consist of complete Dynamics 365 licensing. This we will call it as Dynamics 365 license guide. So this is not only for the customer engagement. We can also see the finance and operations as well. So this is the link which I was provided. And coming to the trial account, this is the place where you can have the trial account. You can create the trial account. And seen couple of terminology like what regularly we used to call in Dynamics CRM. And coming to this admin centers, as I said, we are going to see three types of admin centers in the Salesforce in the Dynamics CRM. So coming to the updates and all, just given some basic understanding how the Microsoft is going to provide you the updates there. So here I just compared while explaining this admin center and the tenant. I have explained the like comparison between the Salesforce and the Dynamics CRM. I mean to say how the tenant, what is tenant and what is multi-tenant architecture and what is single tenant architecture. Just I have taken an example from the Salesforce there. So just to make you understand what is single, what is multi-tenant architecture. And regarding the updates as well. So this is like for every year there is two major updates and two minor updates which we are going to see. And these are the links I have provided for the data centers. Like by seeing the URL, you can understand on which data center your authorization were created. So Dynamics CRM has dedicatedly provided some data centers. Now, if you see the India, so you registered any account with the India. So the URL it shows Dynamics CRM 8 in the domain. So if it is like NAM, it is like .crm.com. If it is UK CRM 4, so that's how it will create some data centers and domains will be created like that. So this is like release schedule. So as I said, every week there will be some minor updates and some major updates is going to be happening. So now let's try to explore some more information in the today's session, like creation of the trial account, as I said. So this is the trial account. So if you already have the instance or not, I mean, if you already have the mail ID and the phone number, so you can start creating a trial instance there. So for the trial instance, as I said, it will take 29 days time. And afterwards, you can extend for another 20 or 30 days. I'm not sure. 20 days or 30 days. Previously, it was 20. I guess nowadays it is 30 days. So almost 49 to 50 days, you are able to access your instance. So now let's say once you are practicing the things. So we are going to do some mini project, as I said, from the second or third session. So whatever the components you have developed, so you can make that solution and you can export that solution and you can create new trial account and so that whatever the work you have done for practice that will not be lost. Right. So coming to the link there. So I just shared the YouTube link in the WhatsApp group yesterday. So just go through the WhatsApp link to create a trial account. So we'll see the trial account. So after creating a trial account, to create a trial account, as I said, simply you can use this link. So whenever you are trying to create this trial account, this is the URL which I set. So to start with the trial account, if you scroll down here, don't go with anything else except the Dynamics 365 customer service. See, just enter your email. Please provide the work account. So it will give you a message like, please provide your work account like this. So here it will give you an to continue with it. So here it will give you a setup. So click on this setup there. So just go through, follow these steps. Why? Because there is different steps where you can create a trial account, but it will not provide you all the applications there. So in order to learn the Dynamics CRM CE, so you should be having the sales service and these field service, these core applications should be there. So if you're going with other process, you are not able to get all those applications. Simply you can get only one application, that is sales or service. That's it. So that is the reason, just go with this process. Just provide your mail ID, click on next, and then follow the wizard here. So sign in details and it will ask for the credit card details. So after adding the credit card details, it will deduct 2 rupees from your account. So it is refunded. So then only you are able to complete the task. But be conscious. So after creating a trial account, you should be immediately deleting. Immediately means next day you can delete the card details from the site here. Why? Because it will take the whatever the 2 rupees it is deducting, right? It will make 2 lakhs amount as an um, eligible for deduction. So it's not required, but keep in mind that you need to delete the card details. So if it is happening any charges on it, so please don't blame on me. So you should take care of it. You should delete your card details. Where to delete the card details, I will explain you in detail in the session. So here, this is how
It
you
will
need to
take,
follow.
sir. It will take only credit card or debit
So
card
it will
also.
take you can also go with the debit card, no issue. Right, but it will deduct the 2 rupees of your amount. I usually go with credit card, not sure about the debit. I hope it will. I'm not sure about it. You can try for debit as well, but I'm not sure. Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So this is what the creation of trial account. So if you are okay, then if you provide, of course, that's up to you. You can do on your own. If you come across any issues, just play while you are creating a trial account, just give me the screenshot so that I can help you. Like if you have any blockage while creating the trial account. So this is how the trial account can be created. Of course, this is like self-explanatory from there. So once this is done, so once you are able to create these accounts, so then you are able to see these type of URL automatically created by the system. Like this is not automatically created. I mean to say once the trial account is created, so you need to access the instance with the URL like aka.ms/PPAC. So this is nothing but Power Platform Admin Center. So PPAC is nothing but Power Platform Admin Center. So we are discussing in the yesterday session, right? So as well as before session, we are going to see three types of admin centers. Among these three, Power Platform Admin Center is the one which we are going to use to create your environments. So you are going to create your environments there. So once immediately after creating a trial account, try to access this particular link there, https://aka.ms/ppack. So that means now let's say I just close my account, everything. So here you just need to click on aka.ms/ppack. So this will automatically take you to admin.powerplatform.microsoft.com. So here you need to provide your sign-in information like your username and password. So it will take you to this admin center page, right? So here you could see the admin centers. Once this is done, click on Microsoft 365 Admin Center and Microsoft Entra and Power BI. There is a lot of options which you are going to see here. So I think it puts me the same account. So this is like Microsoft 365 Admin Center is nothing but this is the URL for Microsoft 365 Admin Center. For Microsoft 365 Admin Center, this is the two admin centers which you are regularly using in Dynamics 365 C. This Azure will be seen in the next in the coming days, but for now these are the two admin centers which you are going to use. So you may ask the question why this two is for. So this Power Platform Admin Center is used to create environments or instances. Instances, whatever the URL I have here. So this is my organization URL. In the same way, so here you are able to create admin center, you are able to create environments. Now let's say you want to create a developer instance where your developers needs to do some development activities. And your organization may need to have some quality test, quality acceptance instance, so that so whatever the solution created by the developers will move to the quality instance, and there the testing will be done. Right? Once it is done, that will move to UAT instance. We already discussed in the demo session. So here, this is the place, whatever, how many environments or how many instances you want to create, that everything can be carried out in this Power Platform Admin Center. Then what is this Microsoft 365 in the sense? This is used to create users. So create user. So whatever the users you just want to provide access to your applications or solutions. So those users can be created in Microsoft 365 Admin Center, right? So once the user is created, the appropriate licenses will be provided here in this place. So that based upon the licenses you are providing, you are going to get access to these instances. So this is how the admin centers which we are going to use. Azure will discuss in separate thing. So now let's say this is your admin center. And if you want to navigate between the different admin centers, again, you can get the link from here itself. Here you could see all admin center. And from here, just here, we are going to use the Power Platform. Just give me a second. Yeah, it seems the wave 2 got updated on my instance. So that is the reason previously we used to have the environments directly here. That's what I'm searching for the button. So, there will be some major releases like wave 1 and wave 2. The major releases will happen, right? So in Power Platform Admin Center, here you could see click on manage and environments. So I already created an environments here like customer. So whenever you are creating a trial account, by default, you are able to see this one. So while creating a trial account, I just given my name as YIT, Yaksha IT. So on this name, it will create one instance for you, that is one environment. So this is like default environment. So this is how the default environment will be automatically created by the system. This you can't delete or you can't, you should not be deleting this particular default instance. Why? Because this is created for the system purpose. So this will create some database in the backend, right? So this is not going to touch by us. This is for the internal. This is for the system purpose. Now, once the trial account is created, so here what we do, this is the, as I said, Power Platform Admin Center is the place where you can create the environments, right? So now let's say I want to create an environment. Let me delete the existing work. So let it be. So to create an environment, here there is an option like new. So in the manage, if you click on this manage, here different environments I have in my tenant. So again, we already discussed what is tenant. Tenant is nothing but once you purchase a license or once you create an account with Microsoft, it will allocate some space to you in the server. The whatever the space it is allocated to you, that will be treated as a tenant. So in my tenant, so I'm going to create my environments, right? So this is one, this is two. So if you want to create new environment, so for you, after creating a trial account, you are able to see the default one. So what you need to do, so here there is a plus new button. So this means the existing applications, right? So here you don't need to create any script. You don't need to write any scripts or any PowerShell scripts or whatever. Just with your mouse clicks, with your UI base, you are able to create a new environment without just mouse clicks. Click on plus new button here, plus new, and you need to provide whatever the name you would like to provide. Now let's say Suresh 2025 September. So this is my organization name which I want to create. So don't go with this option manage and unmanaged. So in coming sessions you come to know what is managed and unmanaged. So just go with the mandatory fields here, the region India. So if you take the region India, as I said, the data center is allocated for you with the data, with the Indian region, and the currency or the whatever the formats you are seeing, everything in the IST time zone. The time will be in the IST time zone, and the currency will be in the rupees. Instead of India, if you want to take another country, so the same currency and the same time will automatically provided by the system. So just you need to select the region, and here the type, you need to select the trial here. So don't go with the another options, just go with the trial. So here while creating an instance, here you could see different options there. Let's try to explore, get some knowledge on it. Types of environments. So what is this in the sense? We have like different types. One is trial subscription based. And one is trial, and one is sandbox, and one is production. So you could see these are the different types of sandbox and developer, both are same. You can go with the developer as well, one more. So these are the different types of environments we have. So what is this different types in the sense? So for what we are creating an instance, whether the instance is for the production or for a sandbox or for a development, for a trial. So why this is required in the sense, in the previous thing we have discussed. For the developer, we are going to create a developer instance. For testing, we are going to create a test instance, right? So why this is required in the sense that based upon your licenses, the Microsoft will provide some I mean some features on this type of instances. Now let's say if it is like production, so it will allocate more resources there. I mean to say through in terms of data space, data storage, or API limits, or whatever you can have maximum. You can have maximum resources available here. If you are just going with the trial there, so with the less space, it will provide only 1 GB of space with the less API limits and with less functionality. So this usually this trial account will be used to test something. So what to test in the sense, now let's say the solution, right? Wave 1 and wave 2 is going to be updated major releases for 2 times in a year. So if you want to test with the upcoming releases, you can create a trial account with the latest updates and you can test the solutions. Right, sandbox, which usually use it for the testing purpose. For UAT instances, we will create a sandbox instance. And developer, for the development thing, and production is like end user who the end user is going to use the production instance. So here in your trial account, once immediately after creating a trial account, try to take this trial here. The subscription based in a sense, you are taking the subscription, so it will not expire within the 29 days. It will have some extra period as well. So for that, only licensed user can have this trial subscription base. As we just created a trial base, so you should go with the trial option here. And you can give some purpose so that your team can understand why this particular instance was created. So once this is done, so don't go with anything here. For you, here it shows, can we install Dynamics 365 apps? That's the message you are going to get there. So for that, you just to make yes there, click on save. So for me, as I said, I already created an instance. So for a trial account, you have reached the limit of one trial environment. So there is a limitation for the new trial account. You can able to create only one there. So you can create only one particular trial account. So that is the reason it is throwing an error. But in your case, so once immediately creating a trial account, so once immediately you are clicking on the Dynamics 365 apps, so the next page that will take you to the second page. In the second page, we are going to see, you are going to set what is your base language, currency. So you need to set these items there. So base language or currency, whatever you are setting at the first while creating this particular instance, the base language cannot be changed in the future. Getting my point? So whenever you are creating an instance, if you set the base language as INR, Indian rupees, so that is fixed. So that can't be changed in the future. So by default, this is how you need to, this is the options which you need to select, and this is the options which you need to remember. Right? Once the trial account is created, here it shows the state as preparing. This will take 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes it is within 2 minutes only. So once this is done, it shows the ready option. Right? So once this is ready, now that means your environment is ready. So you are able to access your environment. Getting my point? So here, if you see if you put the cursor here, it shows ORG0D816111B. So this is your organization you are. So to access, before accessing your instance, just try to explore some basic information on this instance here. So the type of the environment which I said, there is different types like trial, subscription based, sandbox, developer, production, and all. So this is like trial type which we have selected as a trial account. You can go with only trial type. So once you click on it, so this is the information about your environments. So this is your environment URL, and the state is ready. The region we have selected is Indian, and refresh cadence is like frequent. The system will take care of for the frequent refresh of the applications or not. So the type, it is like trial 25 days, security group. So what is the security group? The security group is nothing but to which users you are going to provide access for this instance. So for that, we can assign some security group. In coming security concepts, we are going to see this, what is security group. Now this for every instance you are going to create, there will be separate org ID and separate environment ID. So there will be two IDs there. One is org ID and one is environment ID. Whenever you are raising a ticket to Microsoft, if you have any issues with the dynamic CRM, then simply you need to provide this org ID and this environment ID so that they can understand you are facing the issue and so on so instance. Right? Who created the user? It gives the user information. And here it shows the auditing. So you know what is auditing here? So whatever the actions you are performing on the client's record. So now let's say you have that clients like account contacts, you are maintaining the contact information of the customer, or you are maintaining some leads, you are generating some quotations and all. So for each and every action, whatever the changes you are making there, it should maintain some traction there, right? So auditing is like important where I mean, it's the business core data. The auditing can be enabled on the tables so that the data, whatever the changes happening to the data, everything will be tracked in the dynamic CR. Got it? So this for each and every concept, as I said, this is going to take one complete session. We'll discuss separately, but today my agenda is to just to make you introduce what is Dynamic 365 and how it looks like, how to create an instance, then how it looks like, and what we need to check on those particular options. So this is the version number, as I said. This is the version number. So if you take this version number, so this is to analyze this one. So here, this will be treated as major, minor, revision, and build. So here major 9, 2 is minor, and this is revision, and this is build. I was telling on the day, right? So by the next weekend, by Monday, you are able to see some extra number here, or 25083. If the or at least like 25083, the revision will be revised. So this is how you can notice there is some updates is happening every weekend. So here you could see updates 2025 release wave 2. So in the release schedule we have seen, right? So for every year there is two major updates, that is release 1, wave 1 and wave 2. So wave 1 at April and wave 2 is October. So we are at the September. So in the next month we are going to get this update. So what the companies will do in the sense, now let's say I'm working, let's say one of the company like Audi is using the BMW. Again, BMW is like Dynamic CRM customer. So now Dynamic CRM is used by the BMW company. Now they have all the clients data, like they have some business process implemented and they have some extra customizations made on this instance and all. So now all of a sudden Microsoft has released the wave 2 schedule. So whether this is going to affect me? So for the same reason, with the customers are allowed to create new environment. So whatever the environment we have seen, the trial-based environment they can create, and they can make a copy of it. They can take a copy from the existing environment. Getting my point? So these are the environments we have, right? So you can take whatever the environments we have, we can do some actions on it, we can do some actions here so that we can take a copy of the existing environment. So once the copy is done, so they will simply will see how to restore and all. So once the copy is done, they will simply click on this manage. Updates will start at once. So whatever the releases you are going to see in the wave 2. So each and every functionality is implemented on the trial account, on the trial instance. So once if they are ready with it, if everything is fine, then they can update the same on the production. But here the Microsoft will not allow the users to not to go with wave 1 or wave 2. So they should provide some strong reason why you don't want the wave 2. So I mean to say that is mandatory for all the clients, for all the customers to have the wave 1 and wave 2. That is for customer friendliness only. I mean to say to improve the performance or to add the extra functionality. So before to it, what actually happening in this wave 2? This is the document, public facing documents. Here it will provide the detailed information. So now this is 2025 release wave 1. So some of the features, what is the new features releasing in wave 1? This is the complete documentation which is provided by the Salesforce. Sorry, I'm getting the Salesforce. Why? Because today I just attended the demo. I mean to say for review purpose. So this is like where I'm getting, this is how the link which we are going to see, 2025 release wave 1 overview. So if you see the sales, Dynamics 365 sales brings the power of AI to help sellers meet their target. That means they are going to introduce this type of functionality in the sales module. And again, in the service module, they are going to release some. Here you could see. So what actually they are going to have all these items that's implemented. So for each and every solution in this 2025 release wave 1, this is now let's say wave 2. We are in the wave 2. So you can explore here in the release wave 2. So coming to the Dynamic 365 sales, you could see what are the upcoming releases in sales. So here it provides the proper documentation and the video as well, video tutorial as well. So here it will review some, usually as I said, nowadays Dynamic CRM is also implementing, I mean to say, investing more money in terms of AI powered, that is like in terms of Copilot. So why this Copilot and what is this AI? In coming days, you can come to know in our sessions and all. So here you could see this is like basic information which is provided there. And the release plan as well. Here it will provide the release plan, like when you are going to get these updates and all. Right. So from March 21st, 2025, general availability, this is preview is available. So wave 2 preview is available from March 2021 itself. So general availability, that is automatically it will update from October 2025. So that's how it will provide. There is some changes in the lead management as well. So this is how it will provide a complete documentation to the customers. So not only through public facing documents, in admin center also it will populate some notifications or some mails and all, so that the customer can be communicated with the upcoming releases, right? So this is like wave 1 and wave 2. It is like a regular updates is going to happen in the Microsoft. So here recent operations you could see. So whatever, if you make any database backup or if you create or copy or create any instance, this is how here it shows the recent operations. So this is like basic information on your instance here, right? So this is your instance which we have created. This is how it looks like. Now to explore your instance, this is your organization URL, right? Or if you want to make some changes to it, this is how it looks like, customer service trail, and this is the URL. So you can also make changes to this URL, that's up to you. So the name is customer service trail, where here it looks like customer service trail. So this is what you need to give, trail as trail, and the security group, you can simply select as none. And in the next page, you could see base language, like base language and currency, you need to opt it and click on save. That will create an instance for you. Only you can create one instance with all the applications, right? Once this is done, simply click on this link. So this is how the Dynamics 365 looks like, and this is the page where it will you will be taken to the Dynamics 365 page. And this is the page. Once it is loaded, it looks like this. So with the Dynamics 365, and these are the applications, or you can also call it as applications or cloud. But in general, in Dynamics 365, we used to call it as cloud. So channel integration, Copilot service admin, Copilot service. Previously, we used to call it as customer service workspace and customer service admin center. Now it was renamed to Copilot, Copilot service. Previously it is customer service admin center. Now it is Copilot service admin center. So previously customer service workspace, it is customer Copilot service workspace. Copilot is nothing but it is like AI based technology which is used here. So any companies mostly will target mostly on the service sector. So if you take the BMW again, so the sales is like one-time job, but for service, for the same customer, you need to provide many times, the service to be provided many times. So if you are making any mistake in the service, the brand value will go down, right? So that's how the service sector is very important on any type of companies, not only for BMW, anything you can take, right? So this is how all the applications, whatever the applications here, the core applications, as I said, customer service or Copilot service and sales up. There will be marketing and field service as well. Because of the license which we have taken here at the time of creating a trial account, right? We have selected customer service there. So from the trial account, we have just selected customer service workspace. We have just selected this Dynamic 365 customer service. So that is the reason you are able to see only that one. So field service, you can have the field service. This also comes into our bucket. This business central, this is not our bucket. That is like not into our CE role, right? There is a lot of thing in the Dynamics 365. That's how sales, service, marketing, field service or falls under CE consultant bucket. So for field service and all, I will explain you in coming days, like how to add the field service application to this particular instance that we'll discuss in the coming session. Now, this is the applications which you could see after creating your instance, right? So once this is done, so how the CRM looks like in the sense. Now let's click on the sales hub here. So once you click the sales hub, this is how the interface looks like. So this is how the Salesforce, sorry guys, every time it's getting Salesforce. From morning I am into the Salesforce, just from our office side. So we went on some demo purpose. So sorry about it. Dynamics 365 here you could see. So this is how the interface looks like. Here, this is the sitemap. This is the sitemap, and whatever the application you have selected, this is your sales hub application, right? And these are the different buttons. So we'll discuss each and everything here. This is how the look and feel like. Now let's say this is your sitemap. If you want to interact with any tables in the database. So this is how the tables looks like, and this is where you need to interact with the different tables and all. So if you click on the accounts or contacts, it will fetch the contact information. So whatever the records available on the contact page, that will be displayed here. For page loading time. So you could see if you click on the contacts, it will fetch what are the contacts available. This is like once you created the environment, so that will give some dummy data just for analyzing, just for understanding the system. So these are some of the contacts available in the system. If you go to the accounts as well, so it will fetch some of the accounts available in the system. So this is how the look and feel before going into the instances here. As a developer or as a consultant, what we need to understand here. So the front end user, the end user can easily can access the instance. But as a consultant, what we need to understand here. So here we simply created a trial account and we have created an environment, right? So what will happen in the backend? Once we have created a trial account, some tenant will be, some space will be allocated. The space is tenant. So, and in the tenant, you have created an environment. So now immediately what will happen? So, any application should need some database, right, to maintain your data. So immediately after you are creating an environment there, so it will create two databases two databases will be created in the backend. So in your tenant, in your whatever the space allocated by the CRM to you, by the Microsoft to you, there two databases will be created. You may ask, why the two databases is required? So here, why the two databases in the sense? One is org name underscore MSCRM and MSCRM underscore conf. So this is on these two names, the two databases will be created. I mean to say, let's say I have created an environment for Yaksha IT, like YIT. So my databases names will be YIT MSCRM and MSCRM underscore conf. So this is how the two databases will be created. If it is BMW underscore MSCRM, MSCRM underscore conf. So this is how it will create two databases. So why two in the sense? Here in the org name underscore MSCRM, it will maintain all organization data. All org data. So now let's say you have accounts, you are maintaining some account records, you are maintaining some contact records, you are maintaining some lead records. So whatever the data you are trying to insert into the database, that entire data will be stored in this particular org name MSCRM. That means if you are going to create some tables, the tables will be created in this particular database. And if you are trying to enter some data into the tables, that space, that everything is created in this org name underscore MSCRM. So what is this MSCRM config? Here it will maintain the configuration data. It will maintain the configuration data. What is configuration data? Now let's say you are going to create some users, or you are going to apply some security concepts, security to the users, or security roles, right? And if you want to see the logs of the user, this everything is maintained in this MSCRM config. So this is how the two environments for two databases will be created for each and every environment. Now let's say in my environment, I just created one instance, right? So I just created one instance. For this instance, 2 DBs will be created. In the same way, if I create for this instance, again 2 DBs will be created. So for each and every environment, the two separate databases will be created. This is what you need to remember, which is going to happen in the backend. Got it? So ఇక్కడ డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎం లో మనం ఏదైతే ఇన్స్టెన్సెస్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తామో, సో యాజ్ ఎ ఫంక్షనల్ కన్సల్టెంట్ యూ మే బి అలొకేటెడ్ with this type of task as well. So this admin center, this admin activities needs to be done by us only, done by functional consultant only. So we should be aware like how to create an environment, how to create a trial accounts, and how to assign license to the user and all, right? So now you know how to create a trial account, and after creating a trial account, how to create an environment, you know. So after creating a trial account, so I mean to say what will happen in the backend, like two databases will be created that we discussed, right? So now let's try to explore the instance. As I said, this is how the application looks like, and different application like sales, service and all will display here. So left side, whatever you are seeing here, this is your sitemap. Here we are going to call it as sitemap. And here the center of the page, whatever you are seeing, this is like views. You know, in the database, in the data SQL server or the Oracle, you could see views, right? Views is nothing but you are just fetching some part of the data from the table. In the same way, the data can be visualized in terms of views here. The center of the page, everything is like view. And left side, it is like sitemap. In the top, it is like button ribbon. So it is like out of the box functionality. System is automatically provided with some buttons and some functionality here. So this is like out of the box functionality. You no need to create it. So wow, immediately after creating a trial account, we could see this particular functionality which is available. Now among these particular accounts, if you want to explore any particular record, so this is one record is like one customer information. This account name is nothing but Coffee Lab is one customer, Fourth Coffee is one customer, and this is one customer, and this is one customer. So that is the meaning of it. Now, if you want to work with one customer, or if you want to explore one customer information, just click on this record. So this is how the page looks like. This is how the page looks like. This is nothing but the forms. So this is nothing but the forms. So this is like very much a start thing where you are regularly going with it. Sitemap, views, and forms, right? So this is the form. Form is nothing but form will consist of different fields here. The fields is nothing but the columns in the for the table in the database. Now let's say if you want to create a student table, serial number, serial name, address. Those are the columns, right? So the columns will contain some data. So in the same way here, whatever the columns available on the table that we are displaying on this particular form. So these forms will be used to view the data or to create new record into the database. If you want to create a new record, again here you could see ribbon button ribbon with some buttons there automatically provided by the system. If you click on the plus new button, so you could see this is how the new button will be created, right? So everywhere you could see the Copilot. This is how the AI was introducing nowadays. So account name, you can create new record. Now let's say Suresh is a new account which I'm going to create. So the star mark is mandatory. So remaining you can ignore just for your understanding, just save it. So I mean to say here, 60 to 70% application are already developed. So the functionality is already developed. You need to you just need to use the applications. That's it. So here I could see I have created an account with the name as Suresh. So these forms are used not only to create a record, to access the records as well. So this views is separate where you can access the data. If you have like thousands of lakhs of data, where you can filter your query, the views concept in the database, SQL Server or Oracle. The same way here, without writing a SQL commands, you no need to bother about SQL queries. Simply with your mouse clicks, you can have this edit filters and all. With your mouse clicks, you are able to query you can do some query with some filters or whatever the conditions you want, you can fetch the data. Now let's say if you want to fetch all the accounts from India, So you can automatically add the filter here. So with your mouse clicks itself, you can click on edit filter and you can select whatever the row you want. Now let's say address, so equals Hyderabad. So whatever you want to put, you can just you can query it. Right? So this is how this can be used. So and in the top you could see this is the search button, which is important. This we will call it as global search. So if you want to search any records here, so if you see, let's say Suresh, click on magnifier, it will fetch you all the records wherever the Suresh is exit. So in the users table, we have the user Suresh, right? So here I could see the user with the phone number. And in the accounts we have created, this is how it shows. Now let's say fourth coffee. So I have the fourth coffee. On accounts and contacts, I have the fourth coffee. So this is like global search. So if you want to search the information from all the tables throughout your instance, so then you can make that particular table to the global search. You can add to the global search. So how to add that will be discussed separately. So this global search will be fetched the records from all those tables, right? And here you could see this is work as an assistant. So whatever the like now let's say you are interacting with the customer. So if you have created an appointment with the customer, so for tomorrow you have created an appointment. So it will create a notification for you. So whenever you logs in tomorrow, it will give you a notification. It will work as a personal assistant to you. So that means if you receive any emails there, so it will provide you a notification there. Right? So that is how this will work as a personal assistant, where it will provide you the notification related to the logged in user. This is only for the logged in user, work as a personal assistant. And this here it shows it is like global actions. So now let's say you want to quickly create a record on contacts, accounts, or leads or wherever. So this, if you click on buttons here, so you could see account, case, or whatever, click on contact. So this will display the quick create form here. So you no need to navigate to this particular table or the form, or you will the page. I mean to say here quickly it will create a contact here. So you no need to navigate and switch from the existing screen. Currently, you are in the accounts, let's say, you are on this page. So immediately you want to create a contact. So without this, you are in middle of some work on this particular page. At that time, you can use this global action and click on contact here. So without disturbing the existing work, you can simply create by using this global action. So for the global action, there is some tables. You could see the global actions. So if you want to add other tables as also to the global action, that we can perform. that we can do. How to do, we'll see separately. Just this is like UI introduction part, and this is like filter. This advanced find will work, will act as a powerful tool. I mean to say, now here you could see, let's say here you could see accounts, contacts, lead, opportunities. This is like some of the objects. What is this all? These are nothing but as you have the sales sub application. So this sales sub application will use some data, some tables in the database, right? So whatever we have for we have as a core tables, those core tables will be added to this sitemap. So whatever it's required actually. Now let's say I want to work with accounts. Just I have added accounts to my sitemap. In the same way, so these are the tables available in the database. If you want to create new table and if you want to interact with the table, you just need to put the table into the sitemap. So here just I'm giving a overview. Each and every action we are going to see in our regular activities. I mean, so you are going to create a sitemap and you are going to create an application as well. You are going to create sitemap and you are going to add some tables to it and you are going to create new tables as well. And you are going to use the existing tables as well. Each and every whatever you are seeing here, each and everything you are going to develop on your phones, on your hands. But for now, just try to explore the system first. So how the system looks like and how the navigations can be performed, as simple as that. So here advanced find, here you could see some of the tables we have. Just if you want to go with contacts, you can go with. But what if I want to explore other tables which is not here? So here it shows all the list of tables available in your system. So these are the tables available in the database. So if you want to work on the some of the table like connections, click on it and that will display the connections here. So this will work as a powerful tool where if you want to quickly check the other tables data, so you can use this advanced find, right? And there is a button here settings. So this is like just give an about information like what is the current version of this dynamic CRM, right? And the particular you are in sales sub application and this is the environment and the channel like monthly September 2025 and this is the current server version and all. So your session ID and timestamp, everything will be fetched here. And this is like regular settings where you could see. And here you could see the question mark. I mean to say, if you want to, this is like help where it will take you to the Microsoft public facing document, public facing websites, as well as some communities where you can interact with the other engineers as well, with Microsoft engineers as well. If you want to get any support or if you want to go through any upcoming releases or if you want to see the ongoing bugs or if you want to have any help from that community portals, these are the links which is provided by the Microsoft CRM, right? And this is like Copilot, as I said, AI which is introduced. This is like as a Copilot. So if you click on this Copilot, so here we have not enabled the Copilot for this particular application as we have just created. So in the coming days, I can show you like how to enable this Copilot. Once the Copilot is enabled, you can interact with the Copilot. Now let's say here I have some accounts in my system. So nowadays you are using the Chat GPT. So just as you are using the Chat GPT, in the same way you can ask the Copilot here. Hey, how many accounts I have with the state, so and so state? I mean to say with how many accounts are in this particular process, in this particular state, like in progress or cancelled or whatever, right? Or how many accounts I have from so and so country. So you can ask the Copilot directly. But this Copilot will act only within the dynamic CRM. So this Copilot will not like work like a Google, right? So this is where it will help you to find to summarize your existing data. This is the logo of Copilot. And here, Teams chat and channel integration. So if you have the Teams license, Microsoft product is Teams, right? So of course, this trial account will not get the license. But if you have the license, you can have the Teams chat. So it is inbuilt about. You will need a license to use this. Once the license is enabled, you can use the Teams chat here itself. So let's say if your customer also has the Team chat, Teams access there. So you can also ping the customer directly or within your organization if you want to interact with your teammate or if you want to share this record over the Teams. So you can use this Teams there, right? And connect and share where you can connect, you can Dynamics 365 community, as I said, from the help as well, from here as well, you can directly go to the Dynamics 365 community where you can see all the upcoming releases or the bugs and all, the same story there. Otherwise, if you want to submit an idea, now if you feel this page is not If you want to suggest something to the Microsoft about this page or whatever, simply click on submit an idea. You can submit whatever you are thinking there. There will be a lot of ideas were posted by the customers. So the dynamic CRM will definitely consider if it has more posts. Here you could see account, contact, calendar, and activity management. So some of the ideas shared by the customers. Here you could see 792 posts. So then some of the discussions were going on this particular thing. So I mean, so the customers may request Microsoft to add this type of functionality, right? So you could see we would like the country field in customer address to be presented as a drop-down list that displays this description of store. So that means that some customer is suggesting for this particular update in coming releases, they are just asking for this update. So if Microsoft really thinks that this is valid and there is many votes on this, definitely it will consider and it will be taken care that will be taken in the upcoming release. That's how you can also submit your own ideas from here. And feedback, regular feedback, and this is your organization profile, like whatever the user you have logged in and all. So this is how the basic page, like you are interacting with the dynamic CRM. This is not only with the sales. So if you take any application there, now if you take the co-pilot service there, let's say customer service, nowadays it is co-pilot service. So again, the interface looks like same. Here co-pilot service, and here you could see the sitemap, right? Global search and assistant and whatever you could see, that each and everything here. If you click on any table, so it will fetch the results of this particular table. So the interface and everything, as I said, the interface and everything remains the same for each and every application there. So just you need to understand the navigations, how you are navigating between the different applications and how you are interacting with the system is most important before learning to develop some activities there. And as I said, this is the view where you could see all the records. If you want to open that particular view, again it will take you to the form. Right? This is the form. So till now we have seen uh, instance and how to switch between the different applications and all, right? So this is the form where it shows this information. It is something slow today. So this is like the form where you could see the complete information about this particular case record. So if you want to switch between the different applications, simply click on this particular application name. So it will get all this application list, and here you can switch between whatever the application you want. So here, these are the applications I have, and you can simply select whatever the application you want, like sales. Right? This is how you can interact with the different applications and switch between the different applications. Right? So this is basic understanding, like how to navigate between the different applications. So this is good. Now let's say as a customer end or as an end user, you know how to interact with it. So here simply you are just using the existing applications and you are just feeding the data or fetching the data, you are doing your transactions. But as a consultant, what is my job role here? So for that, you need to do your activities is to do some customizations and configurations. So where we will do this particular customizations and configuration in the sense. For that, here you could see settings. Click on advanced settings. If you click on this advanced settings, that will take you to the admin page. That is Power Platform Environment Settings. This is the page where you are going to do your activities there. So if you want to do some customizations, here you could see these are the solutions available in the system. So here it will take you to the make.powerapps.com. That's what we are discussing, right? So Power Apps is not something different. So let me log in. So here, if you want to do some customizations and all, this is the Power Platform Environment Settings page where you are doing some activities you are doing some customizations or configurations to the application. Whatever the changes you are making here, that will reflect to the front-end user. The front-end user will not have access to this Power Platform environment settings page. Here, this one, that user will not get access to this application. Again, previously, this is in the legacy model, this is separate admin page. But here they have implemented, they have added this as an Power Platform environment settings. This is one app they were introduced. If you want to make any changes in the backend, just you need to click on this particular application. That will take you to this particular page where you can interact with the system. Right. So now let's say so here you could see customize the system. And I just want to show you like what are the tables, like we have like many tables created in the database. So where we can see all those tables in a sense, you don't need to create, you don't need to have any SQL Server Management Studio, or you don't want to have any touch points on the database. Simply with this in Dynamics 365 itself, you are able to access your database. I mean to say whatever the tables available in the database, everything can be seen from here itself. Taking more time to load. So once this customize the system here, it will take you to the page where you can see all the tables and all in the backend. So here where actually we are doing some new tables or forms or views or some business rules or business process. Everything is carried out on this particular page. Okay, that's fine. So again, as that will be discussed, that will be seen again. So this is the place where we could see the different, again, the solutions also it is taking more time. You can also simply type make.powerapps.com. Actually, this is not my login. That is the old batch thing that it is the system was picking the old URL. I mean, say old user ID. Some issue with the login that I will figure it out. So this is how make.powerapps.com, where we are going to do some activities. So as a functional consultant to customizations and configurations in the system. So this is what for today. So just for a recap, today we have seen like what is types of environments and regarding the trial account, like how to create a trial account and admin center. Just I have shown you the Power Platform admin center and to create an environment set. So in the tomorrow's session, we'll see how to create an user and how to access this Microsoft 365 admin center. So once the user was created, then we can explore the core concepts of Dynamics here. So by creating one new application, then we can start implementing all the concepts in the system. So this Azure, this is like just 10 to 15 minutes, nothing much with the Dynamics CE consultant. And types of environment, as I said, there is like different types of environments is available. So we can use the trial account to create our trial account. So while creating an environment, base language and currency you need to select. This cannot be deleted in the coming days. It cannot be changed in the coming days. So definitely there will be an interview questions regarding the base language. So how can I change my base language to the environment? So the answer is you can't change the base language or currency. So regarding the versions for your regular activities while you are working with the real-time scenarios, you definitely need to keep an eye on these versions. So what will happen once we created an environment? So as you are interacting with the system as an consultant, you should be able to understand how the database will be created and how the data will be maintained in the backend. Right. So this is how two databases will be created. Again, the two environments. Once the environment is created, what will happen in the backend for the database? This type of interview questions may also come up. The thing is, the two DBs are org name underscore MSCRM, MSCRM underscore config. So this DB maintained with all the organization data, and this particular thing will maintain the configuration data. So this is what we discussed in the today's session. In the tomorrow session, we'll see how to create an users in the system and how to provide license to the user and what else we need to consider to provide access to the user, to provide applications to the user. Currently, as an Suresh user, I just created an account like the dynamic CRM here, the dynamic CRM account here. So once immediately after creating a dynamic CRM account, I need to provide access. I need to create some users and then provide access to my users so that they can work on this instance, right? So in order to provide access to the user, what the steps we need to consider that we'll see in the tomorrow's session. So that's it from my end. Please let me know if you have any questions on it.
Hi, sir. Uh, Sir,